So let's launch the Wubl Make a World game. I mentioned this earlier in my introduction. So initially, until I get the registration and sign up form ready, we have this form here that will capture the parent's name, an email address, and a child's name. So this is because I mentioned earlier that you create a picture and then the picture can be emailed to you. So here we go, let's launch the game. And here we are. So initially it looks much like a colouring in book. And I'll try to drag one of my digital fuzzy felt characters. Remember I mentioned that it's a little bit like fuzzy felt. We've got red arrows here alerting us to the fact that there's either a purple-ish button here, which we'll come to later, or as you can see me here starting to play around with the layers. So I mentioned that there's clouds, sky, a mountain, grass and trees, and I'm here working my way through. I click on each layer or button layer and I can cycle through the 4 available colours for each layer. And there I've built the background, and now that the background is in place I can begin to drag my characters onto the screen. So I'm dragging them onto the screen or landscape or canvas, to use more of a creative art term. It's a canvas that we're working on. And I mentioned the orange slider there. So we're learning how to drag and drop items or characters. We've constructed a landscape and we're making our characters grow. You saw there the eraser. So there was a funny story early on in development. Mark's daughter was playing and she said, Dad, I love putting characters on, but how do I get rid of one? And where I've been working away, I'd forgotten to put in this feature. So the eraser was added partway through the design and development phase. It's it's an ongoing process. It's an iterative thing, which is popular these days in development, where you keep testing and trying things, and you don't work away for ages. You keep trying stuff out. So we can see here quite a busy picture, and I'm going to turn the sound off there. You can see that we can still play around, and then turn the sound effects off also. So most apps and games give you the ability to turn sound effects on or off, and also our theme music on or off also. So I'm clicking the envelope button there and we hear a sound, which means it's whizzed away. Let's come into the email. I've got a folder here. I must have clicked it twice very quickly. So we can see that it's been generated using Wubl Make a World. And let's just enable pictures. So hello there, Leigh, which is the name I put in for the parent, the email address that I put in, and your beautiful child Emily has just created this picture, which can now be saved to disk, forwarded on, printed off, put on the fridge, sent to your friends, your aunt, your nan, your parents, anyone. So in the future we will have an art gallery and perhaps competitions, the picture of the week or the month, with prizes on our wublworld digital world. So in the meantime we are busy collecting all of these pictures. We look forward to seeing just how many different variations that our children, our tiddly peeps, can create. And here I'm mimicking what we saw at preschool, where I saw the 2, 3 and 4 year olds. They like to really cram in lots of characters here, and as I mentioned, it's unlimited. We can reset using the circular button there at the top, and it comes back to an art pad. I've cheated there. I've used the randomize button. So that button there, as you see, it enables you to quickly set backdrops, and each time you click it, it randomly chooses colors for the different layers. And there I'm putting on some quite large characters. Excuse me, and it's off again. Let's just look at the email again. I clicked it once there, so let's enable the pictures. And yeah, yet another beautiful creation that can be forwarded, shared, printed off, shared on social media. So now that I've shown you through Make a World, I'll now show you some of the forthcoming designs. Well, overall, the next 2 games. So in addition to Make a World, we obviously have lots and lots of content planned, and with regard to games, there will be the first one, you can see behind me here, the voice changer. So with the voice changer, a user will hold their phone or speak into a microphone on any of the devices, and their voice will be that kind of thing. You get the idea. And they can play around with sound effects, and they can then send the resulting MP3 file over to themselves as an attachment. And I'll stand up here and give you a little glimpse into future designs. So as we can see here, there is a forthcoming game, Wubl Seesaw. May change name, maybe not, but you get the idea. There'll be an array of draggable characters, much like Make a World. And here we'll be teaching our players about physics, motion, gravity, and so on. They'll be able to drag in different sized Wubl characters, and the resultant weight will have an effect obviously on the way the seesaw behaves, the way it moves, and the way that the character on the other side moves up and down. Perhaps it goes flying, as you'll see in one of our animations on the video and animation page. So, as you can see, we have many more games planned for the future, and we hope that you enjoy Wubl World as it stands. It's only set to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And don't forget that on the side of your beautiful Wubl World carton, you'll find all of the information for social media. So our Twitter and Instagram handles are at Wubl World, and the Facebook page is at Wubl World Official. So continue to play and enjoy yourselves with your children, your Tilley peeps as we call them. And don't forget to like and share our pages, and share the love, share the information amongst parents and Tilley peeps alike, soft play centres and so on. Mark and I will be visiting as many different places as we can, as we spread the word, spread the love, and spread wublwater and Wublworld. Thank you.